Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing fantastic today. Just a reminder, everything we're about to do is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. And let's get it and have a great day. Looking forward to this New York session with you guys. You should be able to see my charts now. Wes, good morning. Hope you're doing well, bud. A little bit of neutralness here for the New York session for the ES and NQ. And then we might have to wait throughout the beginning of the New York session. There'll be no chasing because we haven't hit either side of these True Algo boxes, both for the ES and the NQ. So right now, we can pretty much envision and predict, like as we're getting closer to the New York opening bell, unless we get some bullish momentum from the markets, we won't chase this up on either of these. And then instead, we have to wait for price to go up there or break down and push down to this box, wait for our close, and then take a bullish or bearish confirmation up there. And we'll draw the positions out. But right now, it's going to be a chill session. Won't probably be too much during this YouTube live stream. Again, just predicting where the boxes are and where candles are at currently. There might be an opportunity here on US 30. Right now, it's the only one that is confirmed bullish. And right now, it's just rejecting from daily open. So for me right now, over the next hour of candles, if we can get a bullish close above the daily open on US 30, which would be a confirmation of the box, then can look to push that up. But right now, this is the only one that is bullishly confirmed for the index futures. But yeah, going to be a little bit of a slower day here on the live stream for both the ES and the NQ. DXY is confirmed bullish right now, and the Euro has broken down to the True Algo box. We've gotten one bounce so far, and now it's rejecting because DXY is back to being bullish. See if there's a better opportunity on the pound. But because DXY is bullish, we want the pound, we want the euro to look bearish. And as you can see here, this is also bullish. Again, the whole point is to come down, hit the box, close above the box, and then you're looking for longs. If it closes below the box, you look for shorts, and that hasn't happened. So Forex is also in a really bad spot as well, at least for the pound and the euro. See if the Aussie has something. The Aussie might be close if it's about to lose the box again because and Aussie's trapped within the weekly system. So nothing to do on the Aussie. Really good control, by the way, on the Aussie. All the wicks went up into the True Algo system, and then when we started the new day, we never were able to exit the weekly system by True Algo. And you can see even the extreme amount of volatility. There must have been a news event that affected the Aussie. It comes down. There's your first bearish close, and then it shoots straight back down to the box. And now we're very, very range bound within that. There might be long positions on the UJ or the UCAD, and that might be the best bet. Because right now there's nothing on the euro or the pound, and there's a conflict. Yeah, and you can see the UJ was pretty perfect. There was your first set of longs in between the box. Pushes up, comes down, finishes it. There's the short, pushes back up. And now the only thing you can be is bullish on the UJ. Or when you get a bearish close down here during this session or during the New York, we can look to short it. But if we short it, we need the DXY to also look short as well. And right now the DXY has further to go to be short. So this is one of those things, and I'll talk about it as we get going, everybody, that looking at markets currently, your edge is when the environment for trading is in your favor. And right now there are so many things that are either in conflict with each other, stuck inside our bigger system, as in this is when you're cautious. Again, this is the UCAD. So everything is at a bit of an area where this session is going to be slower. So this is where people can tend to get on tilt because they're going to try to force actions and we won't do it. We should be able to find something that's in an easier part of the system. And oil's the first one. So here we go. So for me, the focus should be on oil, not on index futures, not on Forex. But look, and oil is our highest performing asset. Okay, you can see here, got to the box above, rejects back down, and then this was your first bullish confirmation, a wick to take out the liquidity, and then now continued bullish confirmations, and now we're only looking for oil to continue upwards. So part of this process is finding the assets that are in the best performing area of the system versus forcing other assets to do something when the only thing you should do is wait. You have to wait for the trading environment to be in your favor. So looking for oil to continue a long position up, whether you got in here, or now on the current candle. And then your daily open would be your first target, your gap fill right here, and then finishing the price target at this box. True Algo members, I'm going to delete this. I gave you this price target yesterday, and it's still doing its job, but the True Algo box did a better job of catching the wick, so I'm going to get that off the screen now. But commodities are going to be the best bet currently while we wait for the New York session to open and bring us some more volatility. We are confirmed bullish still on silver. You can see as it's flipping the box on the lower side, bullish and continuing to push up. But gold is in a conflict. So we need to get gold. I mean, it did produce a bullish confirmation from the day system. Remember, True Algo members, I told you guys yesterday that gold would set the daily box below the weekly system. And then if gold can get a close up here, then we can have a continued bullish momentum push on gold and silver. So we'll be looking for that if we can get it. Good morning, Eagle. Hope you're doing well. Crypto folks, you've got it real easy again today. Crypto is extremely range bound right now. Bearish confirmation on ETH, looking to push down. Bearish confirmation on Bitcoin, looking to push down. Bullish confirmations on Tether. So super easy on crypto through the Asia session. And then now just looking for the New York session to finish playing crypto bearish and get down to this box. If crypto can get a bullish move up and closes above both of our boxes right here, then we can look to go long on crypto. But right now we are looking for crypto to finish going bearish, and I'll keep coming back to it as we go. The Russell, we had bearish confirmations during the Asia session, pushes down, got to its take profit box. As soon as London opened, we got a bullish confirmation, and London pushed straight up. That was the bigger move. And then now we are in a bullish confirmation on Russell. The Russell, again, True Algo members, I talked to you guys about this yesterday, that the Russell looks very similar to US 30. So look over here on the right side of your screen. And then now look at the Russell right here. So the Russell is bullishly confirmed. Stop is wider. So it did get its close above the open. And then once we close down here, that would invalidate. And then now we would be in a short position on the Russell. And this is something I'll keep coming back to as we get closer and closer to New York Open. And then I'm going to draw it so that every time we come back, everybody, that we have it in front of us. Right now, we are bearishly confirmed on Tesla. We are bearishly confirmed on Apple. We are bearishly confirmed on Microsoft. And we are bearishly confirmed on NVIDIA. So my question to all of you, True Algo members, if we are bearish on the big four of the stock market, what's the most likely outcome that New York Open is going to give us? Just think about it. If we are bearish on Tesla, bearish on Apple, bearish on Microsoft, bearish on NVIDIA. And for all the people who are not a member, I'm not talking about like macro view or things like that. I'm talking about just using the True Algo system. You see the box above? As soon as you hit that box, when you close below it with a bearish candle, you're now in a bearish momentum from our system to get down to the next box below. So, and I'll leave these drawings on there so we can follow them. And then one of the better parts too is like if we can get a bullish close above all four of these, then you immediately invalidate the shorts, and then now it is up, 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 and it'll pull the indexes with it. But right now, the stocks are indicating that they can pull the index futures down going into New York Open. So that will affect the US 30. I know someone asked about the euro. Covered the euro earlier. Right now, the euro is not in a really good spot to do anything. The best play right now would be on the UJ from a long perspective because DXY is bullish. So for those of you asking about the euro, right now we're looking for DXY and the UJ to complete and just continue pushing up. I'll pop up the euro and show you that the euro should be bearish because of what DXY is saying. Like DXY is saying up, therefore the euro should stay down. So you actually could have a really good opportunity here on the euro. So if we can get a close on the euro, we can look to aim for this target right here. So if we can get a close at 1.095 on the euro, then that would be a very good short opportunity because DXY on the left side of your screen is already bullish. So these would be like the two ideas right now. But DXY is already saying to be bullish. Therefore, the euro, you would be looking for bearish, but it's stuck in our box. So this is True Algo's way of saying, hey, man, I know you want to go short on the euro because DXY is bullish, but you have to have the euro close below the box bearish to open a short. So that's what we'll be waiting for as we get closer to this New York session. And we'll leave the idea on there so we have it. Silver is now retraced back to the box, and gold is at the same box too. If silver can close below here and gold continue pushing down, we could get a nice short opportunity on gold and silver. But yeah, man, this is one of those sessions. You have to be patient and you have to let the market conditions present themselves versus trying to jump into anything, which is a retail thing, always trying to jump into a trade when the market conditions are not in your edge. So this is going to be a little bit of a chill. So any questions that you guys have, feel free to let me know. But we can literally see that this session will be boring. And that's good. Markets should be boring. What's it called? PPI and CPI, those are all on Thursday and Friday. FOMC minutes are later today at 2 p.m. Yeah, and tomorrow we have CPI, PPI, Thursday, Friday. So could be why the markets are a little bit slower right now, consolidating for the news events. I mean, I would expect all indexes to pull back right now because of where the four big stocks are. Again, you guys see the drawings. All four, Tesla, Apple, Microsoft, NVIDIA from the True Algo system pre-market are ready to short. And the bigger players will short here before people can get into the stock market open. So that should pull all indexes down. And then if the commodities are following suit, they will be bearish too. And that's why you're seeing some bearish momentum on gold and silver. You'll see Russell will pull down as well. See? And then Russell and US 30 look exactly the same, True Algo members. So something to be aware of. And then if the euro gets a bullish candle close above this box, that would say to go long. But you need DXY to close below the box to go short. And then that builds the confluence for the highest predictable positional edge in your favor. So, but if that were to happen, if the euro closes above this box on the right side of your screen, DXY won't be there yet. So again, you have to wait and you can't chase. And the goal is to avoid drawdown, so we won't chase that idea. And then True Algo members, though, we're 16 minutes away. Just pay attention to the fact that gold and silver are both finding support at the same True Algo box. The close on silver would have to be much higher, but at New York Open, there might be a potential long position off of the SZ box. Right now, US 30 for me is we're stuck at that daily open right there. And so if we can get a bullish confirmation above this box, excuse me, and above daily open throughout the New York session, that could be good for longs. But right now, we're stuck towards the top of the box, and we can see how far the close was. Okay, cool. So listen, this is important for those of you guys that aren't used to our system. Make this bigger. True Algo members, I need your help. Please, just so people can understand when they see this. True Algo members, and for everybody else, let me see if I can make this bigger. Stay with me here. We know we can't do anything, even though we just had a new close. I'm going to make this bigger for everybody. So you'll see this mitigation stats are going to pop up. True Algo members, what's the rule when we provide you these stats? So what the stats say is the average win from our system on US 30 is 105 ticks. And then The retracement is how far the play goes against you, but still goes in your favor. So you expect that retracement amount. Again, the retracement amount is about a positive 3R. And then there's the average invalidation. Win rate is at 63% currently. But you guys see this green candle right here? True Algo members, what is the minimum amount of ticks that have to confirm above or below a box in order for you to take a position? And you can see what the drawing is here. So you can see like where this long candle was confirmed in order to take a long right here. How many ticks do you have to have in order for it to be an actual confirmation to take the idea? And the reason why I'm telling you guys this is like the details matter. So this says 2, and as you'll see, there's a delay in the YouTube stream, so it takes a while. Thank you, CJ, thank you, Jason. You see how they all say 3? Just want to make sure you guys know that details matter. This close is 2 ticks above the box. And now look at these stats that are over here. So our strategy is once we get a close above or below a box that is 3 ticks, that's how much it has to count for a confirmation, because sometimes there's glitches in TradingView or the data from futures. It has to be 3 points or 3 ticks. Sorry, if I say points, some of you might think handles. So this isn't a confirmation. And I just want to make sure you know, if you read the people's answer in chat right now, that I'm not BSing you. And so this is not a valid long position. It has to be 3 ticks above it. And if it was, then it would count as a long, and then you would be in drawdown or potential short. But that's why these stats matter, because the stats that we collect for members we don't cherry pick any ideas. It's not a logical fallacy. We take every position that's a long and a short from our system. We measure the win, we measure how far it retraces, and we measure how far the loss is when it's a loss. And these stats are live and real. So I want to make sure all of you know, including the True Algo members, that this is not a long position, even though it's a close above the box, because it has to be 3 points. So, like I was telling you early, all 3 indexes are neutral. This is going to be one of the most boring live streams that we have with you guys, but it might be one of the most important ones, because too many people always change their time frames to be active in the market when the market conditions aren't in your favor. And right now we are beyond neutral on all 3 of these. So going into anything can cause chop. We got Bitcoin's about to get to its full target as it's finishing its rejection. About to clear an older intermediate and daily beacon. Again, you guys can sort of see it on the boxes, like the bearish confirmation across the board. We covered this earlier. I know not all of you guys trade crypto, but even if you're on a prop firm, you can trade crypto. You see the 3 for 3. We call this a trifecta by True Algo, when the Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Tether all confirm the same way. Tether would be the inverse relationship, by the way, but that's what you want it to happen. And Bitcoin did on that brand new candle push further down bearish. We did just put in a new low on Microsoft, new low on Nvidia, new low on Tesla, and then Apple is currently the only one that's going green. It's still bearishly confirmed. This is Apple right here. And then True Algo members, reminder, this is how statistics work. We have about a 70 to 75% win rate. And so if we show all 4, one of them should be going wrong, okay? But Tesla going well, Microsoft going well, Nvidia going well, Apple, those still confirmed bearish, is the only one currently green. But that's the statistic that makes sense, because it's a 75% win rate overall. And then just for everyone to sort of be aware, True Algo members, we are still at the new monthly and quarterly open. That's what this is right here. And then the ES is above it. The NQ, sorry, the ES is below it. The NQ center of your screen is slightly below it. So another reason why we're having a lot of collection in this area. We actually rejected from the monthly open, quarterly open on yesterday. That was the high for the New York session, the New York PM session. I actually need to get the New York session on here. This is part of our companion indicator right now. I'm just adjusting because my New York session is off. I only had the London session on. You'll see the blue box will illuminate here. and then we can see the extension of price action. So everyone watch these circles. If we do get some volatility, we should see New York session come to one of these two circles. The bearish one is way down there, man. Way, way down here. So if we get bearish, we've got a long way to go in big short opportunities. So these two sets of circles that you see on your screen should be where price is going to travel. It would make more sense for the indexes to go bullish to attack this. Now, not only is this that monthly quarterly open for the ES, it is also the New York high of yesterday. So can get up here. The best thing would be this. Everyone watch. This is what I think the New York session will do. Push up further bullish throughout the New York session, and then it'll take the high. Everyone will short early, and then price action will dip a little bit to suck them in and then push up because they think that the liquidity was grabbed and now it's going to short. And instead, we just push up to our box and take all of them out of their positions. And then once it gets up to this box, trap as many people as possible who lost on the initial short trying to grab the liquidity. And then the people who now go long thinking we're going to set more highs, pull them back down, bearishly close below on both, and then massive shorts to take them straight back down. And that would just be running the range. So there's a high probability that happens for New York. And then for us, for getting the bullish momentum and riding that after sweeping the liquidity would just be closing above the box on both, and then you go long. What we do here is we don't chase any of the movement. We have to wait for a box to be hit and then a close above or below it. But I'm just trying to predict what the markets could do as we go through. And those are just thoughts. I won't act on thoughts. I act on when the indicator presents itself from the boxes. Alejandro, you'll get our boxes every single day, and then our swing system is every week. Might get the same exact play on the Russell and US 30 here as it pushes up. Let me get this over here because we do have the Russell stats. Actually, give me this one. You'll see here, this is really cool. I'm going to copy and paste the US 30 stats into Russell, and then our system actually updates live to go to that asset. You'll see now this is the Russell. Russell's win rate currently is 69%. There's a very big retracement to the box. This is something that I think could surprise many of you if you really, really focus into the stats. And I'm going to slide this over to where the stats are. So when this long position presented itself right here, you see how it says average to retrace is 26 points or 26 ticks, sorry. And then the retracement to boxes is very important on this asset. There's a 72% chance it's going to retrace back to the box it confirms from. So if you rewind price back, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to slide this over, let this load. Again, just trying to show you guys a little bit of learning stuff. We are 6 minutes from the next candle close, and I'll be covering that as we get there. But again, pushing these stats to leverage them in your favor. So this is a bullish confirmation, and it's long. Just like over here, you guys see all these candles? There's your bearish confirmation. So it's telling you, on average, it will retrace 26 ticks. So when this is your first bearish confirmation, you expect it to go 26 ticks against you. Does that make sense? So now look, this is where when this short position presents itself to go here, this statistic tells you live it should go 26 points on average against you and still go in your favor. And as you can see here, the average we gave you is 26 and the wick was 32. So within 6 ticks, giving you the average retracement. Many of our members, when they use these stats, they will actually put a limit order on the retracement amount because that's how far it will go against you and still be a win overall. And then after that, the other thing to focus on with these stats, with this asset being the Russell, the retracement percentage to the box is 72%. That means basically 3 out of 4 plays will retrace back to the box. And you can see that happens here. Now look at the long position. This is telling you to go long. But look at the stats. 72% of the time, you will come back to this box before pushing up. That's what it's telling you. Also, it's telling you it will retrace up to 26 points on average. So let's find the 26 point mark. That means on average, we will, every time we win, we will come down here as well. So you have this point as well as 72% of the time you come back to the box, and then watch price. It doesn't retrace all the way to that point, but it does retrace back to the box. 72% chance it'll do that. And then the play plays out. So how far did it retrace? This time it retraced, this one is the low, 19 points. But we told you on average it's 26. And that's how you push the stats in your favor. Now look right here. There is no short position because it has to close bearish. That's why there was shorts over here in the Asia session. And you can see here, True Algo does what it does best. There's no bearish confirmation. So now you can hold your long positions up. And you see where it says average win from the initial long is 92 points. So now watch this. That means on average, we should get to this point. You couldn't get here because the box stopped it by True Algo. That's part of the system. And then as price pushes upwards, there, right there, is the confirmation to kill or to finish that position. So that's how we use these stats that we provide members. So now we're in a big retracement on the Russell, bigger than normal. And True Algo members, we should be able to predict that this retracement is going to be bigger because this is the weekly swing system. This is not the daily system. So a bigger retracement point, and then shorts will be down here. If not, this is a place to collect those longs to push upwards. But for any of you guys that are not a member, we provide these stats to help you. And then True Algo members will have an update on the ES and the NQ stats for you guys this weekend. Wonder how far the US 30 went from the initial short. Only went 25, but the retracement point upwards, 29. Yeah, only about 65 total ticks. You can see again that Apple, that one in the center left, is still, excuse me, pulling upwards, causing this consolidation on the index futures right now. And again, statistically speaking, that there should be one that goes against what the system is saying. So in 2 minutes, we'll get another close here on the stock system and on the index futures. Actually, we'll get a close on everything because we're at the 30-minute mark. There won't be anything new on gold, silver, and oil. Nothing new on crypto. Nothing new on Forex. And nothing new on the index futures side, except for we've almost retraced that entire bear candle on US 30 to get a bullish close up here. And reminder, like on US 30, this is not a bullish confirmation, True Algo members. Alejandro, I'm not going to turn on the volume full print because it's not something that we use. And volume is going to be different on every single broker. So if you decide to join our system, or you can join our Discord and DM me. And if you want me to show you examples about where the volume is, because obviously if you're using volume, you're going to want those points of control or value area highs, value area lows to exist within this. But as you guys know, if you're using volume systems, they're different on every time frame because it's where it's taking from for wherever you opened up the profile. And if it's a volume profile for the day, then it's going to change as price changes. So it repaints as it goes. But if you want me to send you examples, just come join our Discord and send me a DM. And I'll gladly show you whatever asset you're looking for, bud. But yeah, that 3-tick rule is across the board to help members not get trapped in a position that has a small close above. And again, to sort of go off what I just said, another reason why we have that like 3 ticks, and it's, by the way, it's consistent because when we provide you these stats, that is the statistic that gets added into this. So if they're the other reason why is when their price only closes 2 ticks above or below a box, on average, it becomes a loss. So we push that edge in our favor by not taking a position that closes. We call those questionable closes. So that's why we don't take them. And it's not averaged into the stats So that can help you. So when you know that we don't take any positions that are less than 3 ticks on either side of a box, you don't apply the stats, and then therefore you don't get trapped. That's the goal. So we just had a bigger confirmation close across all assets. True Algo members, I know there's a delay because it's YouTube, but right now we are still, and like I told you guys, this is going to be a very boring stream, but sometimes this is what people need so that they don't act impulsive or go on tilt. We are neutral. We are neutral. We are neutral. That means you have to wait for the New York session to develop something instead of trying to force a position right now. That's across all 3 index futures. DXY, we are still confirmed bullish. And then the euro is stuck on both sides. These are the 2 positions that we would be looking for. But I want to be clear here. I don't want to draw the long position because it's not valid. In order to have a valid long position on the euro, we need DXY to close below the box. So that's an issue. I'm trying to see where our good old beacons are. So a little bit boring here. But we should get this rejection on DXY to push down, get a confirmation right here, and then a nice short opportunity down as we're just looking for this idea to finish. And then reminder, if you guys have been here, what is our view on the UJ? And it should be the same exact as the DXY. So looking for the DXY to finish pushing this move upwards. We did just get a bullish confirmation, but let's see if it's 3 points or not. Forex is a little bit harder because of the leverage that's added on it, but you can see this is a valid long on the pound currently. Sorry, on the UJ. I'll stay over here on the euro. I know it's the bigger pair that people play. We could get a nice silver long position right at the New York opening bell if gold can keep muscling up. We can see that gold right now is struggling with our True Algo weekly system and the daily open. So getting a close up here could get some nice longs to rotate back to the top side of the range. And if that doesn't happen, then we would have shorts where the circle is down here on both of those is what we would be looking for. Apple continuing to push up. All index features, or not index features, sorry, all stocks are now pushing upwards. We're hit at the daily open on Microsoft as well. And just back to chilling. True Algo members, we're most likely not going to get any big development here for New York Open. And so even though it's not scheduled, just keep watching Discord. I will hop back on for the 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time just to provide another opportunity to be on with you guys. That won't be on YouTube, though. I'll be on with the Discord live with you all just for a little bit to check in if the markets are actually producing some moves from the boxes versus being stuck in this neutral zone. But I appreciate any of you guys just hanging out right now. This is just part of the process. This is reality. You should not be changing your time frames to get into a position. You should not be finding every different indicator to try to force a position. Those are when you start making mistakes. That's when you push yourself into drawdown, and we don't want to do that. The average RR from the win rate that plays out in your favor is right around like a 3.1 R. But that's if you hold the position all the way to target, which many people don't do, no matter what people say. And me telling you those are the stats doesn't mean that when you take the positions, it's going to do that. So it's up to you to use the stats and measure if you're going to hold the idea that far or take profit early and then price keeps running in your favor. I mean, we saw this yesterday. I'll show you what I mean. Excuse me. Man, I apologize for coughing. But just so you guys can see, like, we don't cherry pick. You can see all the live streams that we've done here. We all know that there's certain people across everywhere that post their charts after it happens. But just watch so I can show you what I mean. And actually, let me rewind further. I'm going to rewind to where we're at currently in the New York system. So just so you guys can watch what I mean when you ask about RR, because the question is how far do you let it run? Because when you see some of these stats, you might think, even though the NQ has a 76% win rate, what if the invalidation, the loss point is too far? And as I break the system, just give me a second. I apologize, but it'll make sense in a second. I just want to show you what happened yesterday. And now it's good old YouTube and TradingView are dying on me. And don't worry, I'll get back to the live candles in just a second. Just stay with me. And Hassan, I see what you're saying about silver, bud, that it is trending bearish. So right here, this is that end of the London session going into New York Open. And then for the record and the ES, you have to have a confirmation on both at the same time in order for these stats to be valid. If you look, let me make the stats bigger. You'll see the stats where it says asset. It shows the NQ, but then it says a check mark next to the ES like that. Let me move this so you can see it better. It's telling you that the ES also has to be confirmed the same direction. And this is when the ES confirmed the same direction. So this is your first long opportunity, but the ES didn't confirm till slightly later. And so when this happens, this is the position that you would be drawing. Now, the stop loss using our system has to be below the box. And so when you measure out what the stop would be, the stop loss is right around 150 points. I know that seems very large for you guys, but you also don't know how to use our strategy. And my question to you is, if 95% of all retail loses, and everyone's using retail concepts regardless, unless you have 9 figures in your trading account. If you're on a prop firm, you're retail. We don't move markets. So just pay attention to what I'm saying versus always having a negative connotation view. We're really here to help you guys and educate. This is telling you the average loss is 215 points or ticks, okay? Here, it's saying it's only 158 because when you close below this box, you then look to go short. So right here on the stats that are provided, it's telling you that the stop is actually smaller than the average loss. That is a positive. That means the RR is more in your favor. Okay, and it says the average win is 260 points. That means on average, we're just trying to get there. That's what it's telling you. And so from here, all of these candles, when they come back into this box, and again, you guys don't have our strategy, but if you are part of our system, you can actually enter in your next position on these 3 points in the box. And we teach this. The first close plus the top of the box, the middle of the box, the edge of the box. This being as close as you can get to the stop loss point before being stopped out. That means this last position has the highest RR in its favor because the stop is so much closer. This is how hedge funds trade. They don't ever take a single position from here and ride it. They always layer in. That's why prop firms don't let you DCA, because then you start winning more than you should. So now watch what happens. This happened yesterday, just to show you that it's not BS and why I'm not forcing anything today. And when you ask about my RR, I'm telling you the average win on the positions that we provide with the statistics with the 76% win rate should get 260 ticks on average, which is roughly over 60 handles. Big retracement at New York Open, and then there's your average win. But here's the thing. You don't have to close this position. You can now trail your stop upwards. You can take a partial. You can close one of your micros or minis. But we've already exceeded the average win now at 311. So now you have 50 ticks additional to the average. And this is New York Open yesterday. It's not hindsight. It's not BS. You can ask our members that are here. And then from here, now watch. So if you're someone who tells yourself, what's the RR, or I don't play New York Open because somebody told me there's too much volatility in New York Open, ask our True Algo members when we tell them is the best time to be in positions. And as they will say, and as I'm going to tell you now, it's 45 minutes before New York Open and 45 minutes after. It's those 90 minutes. So even though the average was only to get you to 260 points on this position, it ran 484. So you got almost 2x the average move in your favor. And then the next candle pushes up above as well. Hold on. Look, no bearish close. And then now another 300 ticks added to your position. 297. So that's what happened yesterday. And that's why today there is no forcing, but we are getting that bullish move now, which is good. Good. I'm going to make this smaller so it's not so big on your guys' screen. US 30, folks, we could get a bullish confirmation here in the next 4 minutes. Reminder, it has to be 3 ticks above the box. But a really big bullish move right now on the NQ. So we could get what I was saying earlier, where we should come up to attack these circles right here. This is where we're looking to get for the New York Open. There is circles down below, way down here, but they are way below price. There's a higher probability because we're above True Algo boxes that we're heading to the bullish ones first. And I was just saying, you guys come up here, sweep the liquidity, make everybody go short, psych them or push them out, go straight back up to our box, hit our box, then cause those people to go long from losing on their shorts, and then close below our box bearish, and then monster shorts back down, and basically just create like a BART move. So Carl, are you still here, Carl? So if you trade, what's it called, SRD and then or FVGs, is the system easier to grow into, and can you speak on risk management? So this is very important. So like if you guys have seen one of our members, Quetz, made it to the top of the FTMO leaderboard, and he went from 7th to being 3rd, being 1st. Super happy for him. Again, showing that versus me telling you the system works, it's important for people to find success within it. But Quetz doesn't just use our system. He'll be the first one to tell you, he's been trading for over 7 years, and he uses different parts of other things. And this is the most important thing that we teach people, and what he does, and goes for any of you guys. The same guy, Alejandro, who asked about the volume points of control, and I told you I'm not going to show you them because they're going to change while price is moving. Like right now, today's volume point of control is probably right here, is my guess, because that's where the most things have been transacted, or it could have been here. Who knows? The TPO, though, is right there because we've spent the most time here. But it's going to change as price moves. But here's the thing. Look at where that price action is occurring. And this is why I bring up Quetz, who made it to the top of the FTM leaderboard. And he'll tell you as well. What you want from the True Algo system is you see these boxes where people are just like, they're whatever, it's this, it's that. What these boxes tell you is whatever you're going to use. You could be an RSI trader. People bag on RSI, but there are people who are extremely profitable using RSI. What you want is whatever time frame you use, or whatever system or SMT, whatever you use. You need those things to exist in these boxes, not here. If you play here outside of the boxes, you increase the amount of drawdown and you increase the amount of losses. You don't have to get rid of everything you know, everybody. You just need those ideas to occur within our boxes. Plain and simple. Especially like if you're someone who's on crypto. I know a lot of you guys aren't. Most of you are probably going to be NQ, ES, gold, oil, or Forex traders, which mostly being the euro. But you want your things to exist. Everyone look to the right side of your screen now. The US 30, as long as it closes here in less than 1 minute, that is a bullish confirmation. There's the close. So now this is bullishly confirmed. That is enough ticks above the system. The only hindrance right now that I was telling you guys about earlier is it didn't close above that open. And if you've been with me on this live, I told you it'd be nice to get the close above open. If not, it's going to struggle here. So for me, I'm just going to wait for this candle to get above that open line for me. The NQ also still struggling with this open. The ES struggling with its open as well, the weekly open. So just forecasting, seeing a little bit of trouble here, but that is a bullish confirmation currently on that. DXY is still bullishly confirmed, and we did put in a new high. Again, look at the boxes, the way it's produced. And then the euro getting closer and closer for this New York Open, about putting in a bearish confirmation down here. But if you're someone who plays FVGs, you should notice that though they work, you can't be consistent, right? You don't know if a fair value gap is going to inverse, right? Or if it's going to fill halfway, or 25%, or 75%. You don't know. And by the way, and you guys know this,
If you use fair value gaps, they're different on every time frame. So what you want is those gaps to exist in the boxes. You don't want them to exist here, because in this chunk, you have a less success rate overall. So if you can combine your concepts and use our stats using our strategy, this is something that is tangible. This right here. And by the way, you can see US 30 now going for it. You guys see top right of your screen? Average retracement is 32, so we could expect it to get down here. Currently, it's only retraced 7 points. See, the stock's probably all muscling up. So right now, True Algo members, the US 30 is getting a push from Microsoft and a little bit of NVIDIA, but mostly Microsoft is causing this bump on US 30. Russell's still stuck in the box too. Oh no, that was, a new bullish confirmation on Russell right here as well. Again, big retracement down. You're still bullish within the system. You cannot flip bearish till you close below. And now the Russell's starting to play out as well. Remember I said Russell, US 30 are looking the same today. And there goes US 30. Bye. I still believe most people hide behind charts and don't do this live. You know what I mean? They don't. If you guys join our system, if you can get rid of all the negative connotation you get from everything else out there, all the stuff on X or Twitter that tells you a God complex to use this system, don't use anything else, but then none of it's done live, I ask you to come join us and do it live with us. We do this every single day during the New York session. I am honest with you when I tell you this is neutral. Our members told you it's neutral as well. You can't do anything on the ES and NQ. You got to chill. But this is the only one that presented an opportunity now. And on average, we want this long position to go up 105 points. That is much further from here. That is the average, is basically to get to the top of the next box on this US 30 long. I can't tell you we're going to get it. I'm just telling you on average, that's how far the move will run. But we also know, True Algo members, that the stop is wider, is slightly smaller than this box because it's the weekly system. So you might only get a small long position up here as we get closer to New York Open. Massive rejections on gold and silver. This is one of our members, Hassan, was talking about that we are in a weekly, if you guys look in the bottom right here, you are on a weekly bearish trend. You see the red arrow by True Algo, our swing system. You see the S. So we are swinging short from our system and now getting that bearish rejection right here on silver and gold. Nothing new on crypto. Russell retracing just a little tiny bit from its open still. And then nothing new. When New York opens here in 11 minutes, everybody, you should see an inverse relationship to US 30 and the NQ. So the NQ, whichever direction it pushes, you should see the opposite reaction on US 30 for about the first 45 minutes of New York. Right now, mate, if you're still here, bud, gold and silver are flipping bearish from the system. So looking to get now into the next daily box, the brown box below price. And then True Algo members, this is that extra level I gave you on gold yesterday. And you can see I told you that we would get that daily box below our swing system. And that level, that 627.2, is inside of it. So that probability of yesterday is now playing out, that I believe gold is going to get to 627.2 during the New York session today. And then just going to get a little quiet here. If you have questions, feel free to ask. But as I'm just waiting for that New York Open to happen. And then True Algo members, reminder that I will do my best to jump on with you guys for the 11 a.m. session. Since there's nothing really going on with the index futures, I'll jump on again to help you. So if you guys will join me. There goes DXY, by the way. Just again, just calling what we see, guys. Just using the system. We can flip between asset classes. You don't have to change time frames. You don't have to add every tool on TradingView. You don't have to add 7 million indicators. There's DXY. And then now the euro has entered into the short zone. There's the bigger rejection now on metals. Oil now rejecting quite hard. And by the way, if oil closes below here, we start a bearish daily trend by True Algo to push down. So looking that we could rotate all the way down to 71. Silver's now hit the box. Indexes are holding up really well, even though commodities are literally puking at the moment. Good old DXY, man. If DXY gets to our box here, I would really like DXY to push up to 102.85. See this stack? We kind of figure this with our members as like a magnet. You see how the boxes are stacked on top of each other? So instead of DXY stopping here like it did yesterday, everybody, for our members, I would like to get DXY up here. That'll also allow the euro to get to its stack right there. And then that's where we could see the reverse. And by the way, if that happens, that should help the indexes do that same thing about getting to the box above or getting to that high, the circle, and then rejecting. So, though what to me is a little bit of a boring pre-market session for us, we could get some really nice opportunities here later in the New York session. So Mate FX is asking, what is the FOMC prediction on gold? And I believe he's talking about the FOMC minutes that print at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Right now, True Algo is telling us gold is in a weekly swing bearish short from True Algo. So gold and silver, we are just looking to go lower. And then True Algo members, will you please let everyone know what I told you? Every Sunday we do our macro update. And just to show you guys last week, and True Algo members, please tell them what we called. Let this load real fast, guys. Sorry. So those of you guys that are on gold, we have been telling True Algo members on Sunday that we are putting in the high, and this is last week on gold. You don't have to catch the all-time high from a short perspective. And by the way, anyone who tells you they did, they're never going to hold it to where price is now. Instead, we provide you a strategy where there is your massive swing shorts on gold, and now we push down. So the reason why I'm showing you this, shorting gold from literally 29.65, the first bearish confirmation came at 26.87, and now that we are down to 26.31, gold will have a bearish view until it can close above this box during the New York session. FOMC minutes are going to print during the New York session. So the prediction for me is that we are going to push lower and lower for gold for your FOMC minutes. And then as soon as we close above the box, then we can be bullish. So you don't have to really care what the news event's going to do. The only thing the news event's going to do is provide us volatility injection. So Ray asked, does our news, do news events change the stats according to here? And I want to be abundantly clear. Unlike other places that tell you to be fearful of events, and here, I have time if you guys will stay with me. I promise I won't miss the New York opening bell. Let's go to NFP. Right? Last week. Where's NFP? Where's Friday? Right here. Watch. NFP was at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time last Friday. NFP is the most volatile release that's not FOMC. We know that because of our statistics. So when we collect the stats for you to leverage in your favor, we take every single long and short confirmation from a box. We do not negate stats just because of a news release. And sorry, I'm waiting for this to close. Did I actually close the box? I want to make sure I didn't lose it. I got to hurry before the opening bell in less than 3 minutes. But just to show what we're talking about and what Ray is asking. And again, True Algo members, you can call it out if it's BS if we somehow change the system since NFP to make it look like this. So look, we already had winning shorts, but look right here. There's your bullish confirmation before NFP releases. This is at 7:15. And by the way, the NQ confirmed as well. So again, opening a long position. And then as price moves, and TradingView's freezing. Come on, TradingView. Come on. If it closes below this box, Ray, then you open shorts for NFP. That's where your stop loss is, below the box. And then your take profit on average is supposed to go 66. That's what it says. But you got NFP. This is a bigger area. So this could run up like crazy. But your stop loss can't change. And then just see if New York closes below. And there's NFP release. So that stat would be averaged in your favor. So True Algo gave long confirmations on both the ES and the NQ and US 30 before NFP released. And then that stat is averaged in here. That's why when you asked about the RR, bud, I'm being honest with you that this is just the average. It doesn't matter that I put that on there. You have to do work on your own. This is not a buy-sell indicator, and that's why nothing else works. That's why signal stuff doesn't work either. But you can leverage these stats from our box to make your ideas have consistency finally. But we only wanted 66 points on average, and instead you got 101. That is almost 2x the move expected, and you don't have to be scared of NFP because you put your stop in the same place regardless of NFP. But just to show you an immediate example, and our system has not changed. It does not repaint. The levels will stay where they're at. You're welcome, FX. By the way, US 30 is continuing its pump up. Let's go. Go, 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 go. True Algo members, what will happen here is with New York opening, I will move my stop. I won't sit here and be like, you know what? I'm feeling lucky today. I'm going to put my stop in the same place and I'm going to leave it there. Like, nah, man, like, New York Open's about to open. Like, this is where you start trailing to protect your idea. And listen, if you take profit or move your stop and you get closed out and then it does this, then you can just re-enter and put your stop at the same place again. But the last thing you want is to have a position that is now pushed up live and then New York opens in less than 2 minutes and does this on that candle and still comes back up on the same 15-minute candle. You want to avoid that drawdown when possible. But as you guys can see, US 30 is the only one providing an opportunity, and it's continued to put in a new high. Silver and gold are still puking. Oil's coming down with it. All commodities should be short right now. Natural gas, copper, all of them. The euro's got to close a little bit lower. Remember, guys, it has to be at least 3 points. It is 3. Again, for because it's the leverage on Forex, it just has to be 0.3, and right now it's at 0.5, so that would be a confirmation. Russell's still struggling with its open. See if New York can close above. And then real quick, good rejection on Apple too. Right now, everything is still bearishly confirmed, and then we are very close during this New York session about getting a bullish confirmation on Microsoft, but all the other 3 are all still bearish for this New York Open, everybody. Look at US 30, that immediate retracement, everybody. You see it? Sometimes you just have to be aggressive. I know we want that average, but you're not always going to get that. There's the New York opening bell. Look at US 30. See the retracement now against it? Watch the candles on US 30 versus NQ going the opposite direction. Right now, NQ holding green, US 30 puking. Even if you're only now at break even and your position is closed on the US 30, and it might frustrate you, that is so much better, guys, than just letting this drawdown destroy your account. This is reality. That's why I told you, as it pushed up going into this New York Open, you trail your stop, you take profit, you don't let this happen. Look, it's literally going exactly as said. You have to protect your position. This is reality. No matter what techniques anyone shows you, how many stats we provide, you have to have some type of live guidance so that this doesn't blow your account. I hope that helped you guys. Look at how the NQ hasn't even budged. Again, that divergence between the two of them. And it stopped right at the bottom. Look, it's going to be so gnarly on stream if it just does this now. Look, you see how it stops right at the bottom of the box? So again, you can see what people perceive as the algo taking price at the system. We're not going to sit here and say that we coded the algo, but we try our best to help our members be successful. Could have a good opportunity again on gold and silver if we can close above the box. Gold is telling you it can still go lower. We're almost to my target True Algo members, both from this stream and yesterday. That 627.2. Oil's now cleared in the weekly beacon. Let me show you guys. Before I zoom out, look, this is the True Algo weekly scalp target. We teach you all these things in our tutorial video system. Look, the hit rate was only 14% on Sunday. Today's Wednesday. That means every day that goes by, this 92% hit rate overall increases. We teach our members, if you want to get to a bearish weekly target, you should go bullish first and then come down. The best opportunity would be if we short from the weekly system above price. And now let's see. I don't know if it does. And there's True Algo doing what it does best. There's the weekly system by True Algo on oil. There's your bearish confirmations. This is a loss. Don't hide from losses. This is a long loss. Immediately into a massive bearish short to clear the weekly beacon and scalp targets that were given to True Algo members on Sunday. And we teach our members wherever that target is. If it is bearish for the week, you look for price to go bullish first to allow you the highest RR probability. You guys see it? Like, look. When you get the actual short opportunity, that's a swing. But most people, you guys can't even hold that because your brokers make you close your position every day, or you don't have enough maintenance margin in your account to keep it open. That's why it's so important every day to get into opportunities to get there. Euro held like a rock, by the way. You guys see it? Again, details matter. Look at the euro. It held the box perfectly. That means you have to wait another candle close to get into a short or close above and then get into a long. You Forex folks, you got to chill. You can't force things right here. You will go into drawdown. US 30 still holding the box. This is crazy, man. Such volatility. You guys see it? That 32 ticks. I'm trying to see how far it ran. Yeah, bigger. It, by the way, I don't think it hit actually even like the average invalidation point. That's probably the most wild. Oh, you guys got to check this out, man. Look, just again, you choose how to leverage the stats in your favor. We just give you them. I want to show you something. This is the long position, right, that we talked about. Look down here. The average loss invalidation on US 30 is 85 ticks. Look, I think it went 86, no, 87. So like, just imagine, and I told you, True Algo members, we know the stop would be wide because of how big the box is. If you're someone who uses fair value gaps, you see it over here. And then this is one of those times you don't invert the fair value gap, you fill it. And so as price retraces down to that point, we are not bearish, everybody, till we close below. Look at the candle. Isn't that wild? Look, remember I told you, come down, push to the bottom, in the same 15-minute candle, push all the way back up. So you're someone, if you use those gaps, or let's take Alessandro. What if the point of control was right here? Now you have reasons to enter in a sniper entrance right here when it ticks back up through the box, and then you can ride it up to here. You don't have to take the move only at the top. That's why I said you want your other concepts to exist around the True Algo boxes. But look at the US 30 candle, guys. All the way retraced back to almost the opening of it. Versus people who are going to puke their long position and short the bottom, and now they're wrecked on both sides. True Algo members, I'll be on for the next close, and then I got to bounce. And then remember, I'll be on with you guys. I'll do my best to jump on again just for a little bit at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look at Tesla and Nvidia, massive wins. Again, if you're someone who trades options or just individual stocks, look at this monster win you get on Tesla as soon as markets open and you take puts. Bam. That's going to be well over 100%, especially with Friday's expiration this close. Instant 100% move on your options contract. And then look at Nvidia. It opens bearish from the pre-market. You already know from a predictive standpoint what it can do. Look at Microsoft. Comes up to the box right during the very end of pre-market and boom, bearish and pushes down. And then statistics exist for a reason. Apple is currently the only one going against it. And by the way, Tesla's about to put in a new low. When Apple closes here, then we look for calls on Apple. And there's nothing to chase still on the ES and NQ. You just have to let them do their thing, everybody. And when I say do their thing, we are waiting for them to hit a box above or hit a box below. This is not a place to chase. Look at US 30. Oh, it's so close to turning the candle green. Watch, it's going to happen. Right side of your screen if you guys are watching mine. Isn't that gnarly, guys? This is why we tell people that time is so important. There's it is. Boom, green. Like, isn't that nuts? Ugh. I hope people didn't puke that bottom, man. Look at it. It's back to being green. Isn't that nuts? This is why, like, live help matters so much to me. Like, you can avoid that drawdown, and you got to think, like, and now we're getting that divergence. Like, look at NQ extremely red, US 30 trying to form green. That in 7 minutes, we could get another new long opportunity to push up, and you avoided that drawdown, or you sniped it from your fair value gap if that's something that you do. Sorry for coughing. I'm trying to get away from the mic when it happens. Look at US 30. Because look, there's nothing to do on ES and NQ. That has to be the focus, man. You guys see it. And True Algo members, you guys know, and we try to teach you. The stats are used to leverage so that you can expect how far these run. But you guys see it, right? I told you, this same 15-minute candle can do that. Look. It's not an accident, man. People claim to do this live. We will do this live with you guys every day if you join us. People ask, why is it so much more expensive? Everything else repaints, guys. So you get the system, but you get someone to help you train live every day. We're here to help you. Not a signal service. You got to do some work. We are not for people who want to use a $40 signal service and lose everything that they've got. We are here to help you learn how to be markets. Look, you're going to put a new high here in just a second on you. There you go. Gnarly, right? You probably think I'm crazy if you rewind the stream and I tell you, watch it go to the bottom of the box. And in this, I want to be specific. The same 15-minute candle is going to come all the way back up. Meanwhile, look at the ES and NQ. They are still neutral. So while you wait, we're here to help you, man. People claim to do this live. They can't. They will post the charts later and tell you, look, this is what I did. I told you guys, if you want to use those concepts, you will have a community that will now help you live. You want those fair value gaps? You better hope they exist in our box. And there's your full take profit hit on US 30. And look at the take profit instantly by, if you want to call it the algo. Look, you see the wick? And now remember, the average win, remember I told you guys, is up here at 105. I'll show you again, measure it out. This is why the stats are so important to be leveraged in your favor. Hold on, right here's the confirmation. Let's be specific. And you can rewind the tape, everybody. This is where, on average, this will run. I told you that this wick wouldn't be easy. You know what I mean? But this is our way to help predict so that you can leverage it in your favor about entering in on a second idea. And there's, boom, there you go. Done. This is True Algo. This is live. This is not BS. It's not hindsight. It's not those places where you have hope as a strategy and then I post a chart later on X showing you how it did. This is True Algo. I will keep telling you we're here to help you. If you can get off all the snake eyes BS that is on everywhere else that causes you to question everything else, you should. We will provide you stats that you can leverage in a system that every single day provides opportunities. Look at the sell-off. Look. Why is it selling at the exact... Guys, it's not random, man. Look. Look at the candle. Look at the 1 minute. For those of you guys that use 1 minute time frames, which I don't know why you would. You will see them take profit at our average. Now listen, look at the candle. True Algo members, do you short now? No, they know this. It doesn't matter if you're a member of our community. You have to wait for the close. It is impossible to open a short. Do you want to know why? It has to close below this box bearish. It is impossible because it has to close down here because that's where the candle opened. You are only looking for price to push up. And then if it closes above this box in the next 3 minutes, now you're in a new long position with a smaller conservative stop loss. And then again, you expect it to run 105 points on average. This is 95. That means we would expect it to go just slightly above the first line of this next box. It has to close above though. If it closes right here, you can't open a new position. And for all you guys learning, how many points does it have to close above the box? How many? 3, right? If it is 2, you can't be like this is horseshoes and hand grenades and be like, it's still bullish, right? So it's only 2, I'll go long. If you want this help every single day, man, and people not hiding behind charts and hiding behind social media, and you want to do this with real people, this is what we're here to do for you, man. I mean it. And just so you guys know, like in our True Algo members, you guys can call me out if it's BS. Friday and Monday were very difficult. They were very difficult. There were losses. Monday was a loss for me. It was just a losing day. And then yesterday, we had amazing long opportunities on the ES and NQ, and now there's nothing. So if you're sitting here doing nothing, you can get an opportunity on US 30. Yes, there's volatility. I told you to expect it. And I told you when it comes back above daily open, that can be a second opportunity for you to avoid drawdown. And then, boom, straight to the average win. This is why the live help is there to help you. And True Algo members, I hope that I was helpful to you guys today. Look at DXY and Euro. You see how we have yet to close below the box? There's no short, and now we consolidate and trap. We did put in a new low on silver and gold. And by the way, gold did hit target, everybody. There you go, given yesterday. And we got to it. 262, 226. Oh my God, I can't talk. 226, 27.2. Oh, I can't talk. Oil putting in a new low. Russell, I remember I told you guys the Russell would do exactly what US 30 did. And there you go. Identical price action on Russell. Crypto folks, you actually did put in a new low on Bitcoin. Not a new low yet on ETH. And remember, we are still bearishly confirmed and looking to finish out this play. You will always see crypto dry up a little bit during New York because many traders are on the NYSE, not on crypto. So yeah. There's your next close. Look, US 30 is not in a new bullish confirmation. So if you're in a long position on US 30, you can hold your idea, trail your stop. You can trail your stop all the way to this part of the box if you want. You can close your position, but you can't open a new position because now you're not leveraging the stats. This is where you can hold it and let this baby ride like we showed you with the ES and NQ yesterday. Look, there is no new long. I won't hide from that. But this is a bullish continuation from our move because it has to close below. The other thing I want to point you guys to, man, you're going to get double the move today on the US 30. Look at the direction right now of the NQ. Many of you guys might not know this, and this is why we always have our setup the same way. Why is the NQ bearish, but the US 30 is bullish? And our members will tell you, we teach them. And if this is the only nugget you guys get from us, the NQ and the US 30 statistically diverge for the first 45 minutes of New York Open. And I said that, rewind the tape, and now look at the charts. And then Ray, if you're still here, bud, this is why I told you, you have to leverage it in your favor. We only wanted 105 in our favor, and now you can trail your stop, bud. But look, now you have an extra 40 points. I want to be clear here. Many people lie to people with these positional tools. And what they'll do is their original move is only this, and then they'll tell people later they did that, which is a lie. It's disingenuous, and that's not real trading. That's why I'm showing you live. This is how we trail. And CJ, thank you for your answer, bud. I appreciate it. You guys can see he's confirming. There's a delay, so I don't know how long it takes people to type it. But like, this is what I want to show you. Like, I can give you the stats. We only expect 105, but now you have 150. And you have to practice trailing your stop. Well, how do you trail your stop? Just use the box. Trail your stop here. Trail your stop here. Take a profit when you get 1.5x the move. Why not just take profit? And you don't have to hold it to the top. One of the reasons why people don't take profit at the right times is because they don't have a system that tells you the average move. So they take profit here. You know what I mean? Like right there versus letting it run the average. And then you see it run and then you chase it, get taken out in the drawdown, and then it pushes back up again. All right, everybody, I got to bounce now. I've been on for an hour and 16 minutes. True Algo members, I will check on you guys in Discord at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check me out there. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. And have a fantastic day, man. I know that ES and NQ didn't give anything, but man, US 30, let's freaking go. Commodities are still puking a little bit. Look at silver pushing up. We might get a bullish opportunity here on silver. You need a higher close at 30.8 because gold would already put in a bullish confirmation. True Algo members, please don't sleep on that 2627.2 level. If you're not a member, you might want to add that level to your chart for gold.